rise. Thank you very much. Please be seated.
What is it that we want the American criminal courtroom to be? This is one of the fundamental questions facing our criminal justice system today. Although we have constructed an elaborate system of evidentiary rules and courtroom procedures, an American criminal trial is much more than a mere sum of its evidentiary parts. Rather, it is a theater in which the various courtroom actors play out the guilt or innocence of the defendant for the trier of fact to assess. As you can see, Bryan Kohberger walks into the courtroom with something underneath his shirt. At first, it was reported on Twitter that it may have been a bulletproof vest. However, upon looking at the video, it looks like a turtle suit. Not that turtle suit, Leo. A turtle suit, also known as an anti-smock suit, can make someone look very uncomfortable when worn. Hence why Bryan Kohberger walked into the courtroom looking like a penguin from Madagascar. A turtle suit is a green vest with Velcro straps that make you look like a turtle in a shell. It is designed for people who may try to delete themselves. Therefore, the material is made to be tear-proof, so no one can use the linen to delete themselves.
And it's a slab, and you have to lay on the slab. No pillow, nothing. You just have... So here's the thing. If you didn't want to commit suicide before...
You will now.
You will now. Because now you're in a clown suit. You're freezing cold.
Yep.
You're sleeping on a slab. Like, you thought you were miserable before.
If you noticed, when he walks in the courtroom, he looks towards the family's direction, but then he immediately fixes eyes towards his lawyer. I wonder why they placed the family so close to Bryan, especially with Kaylee's sister holding the new baby in the courtroom. I mean, we have seen many incidents where the courtroom erupts in chaos. Moving on, one thing I noticed is Bryan's tone of voice when answering.
Could be used against you in a later court proceeding. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, thank you.
He seems very confident about being found not guilty and was very stern when speaking. I think the 20,000 pieces of evidence that was recently handed over to Bryan's attorney from the prosecution may be the key in the defense's confidence. Many people was trying to read his body language when the charges were read. However, he had a paper in front of him with the list of charges. And remind you, he's wearing a turtle suit and has shackles on his feet. It's more than likely because of his uniform. Ultimately, the judge decided that if he's convicted, he's facing life, restitution to the families, plus fines up to $250,000. Whoa! If you guys don't know, I used to work in one of the worst prisons in the United States. An inmate only makes about 88 cents an hour, which would mean, if convicted, he would have to pay fines forever. And trust me, you do not want to be broke in prison.
Kohberger prepared to plead to these charges?
Your Honor, we will be standing silent.
Because Mr. Kohberger is standing silent, I'm going to enter not guilty pleas.
Now, Bryan's attorney standing silent? What is standing silent? It is where a defendant refuses to enter a plea of guilty or not guilty. Instead, they choose to remain silent and not respond to the charges against them. This may be motivated by several factors, such as needing more time, assessing the evidence against them, or considering possible plea bargains. I wonder what kind of deals are being negotiated, possibly. The judge, by default, enters the plea of not guilty. The court hearing only lasted about 15 minutes. Now let me tell you about the next hearing, because it gets really interesting right after a word from our sponsors. Hey guys, I had no idea my personal information was so available to everyone on the internet. I mean, even my address was exposed online. Have you ever Googled yourself and been so shocked to see all of your personal information exposed on one of those public listing sites? For example, if you search your name right now on Google, you'll be surprised by what personal information is exposed. I did this with myself and found my address, my family members, and even my bank account. I started to think, hey, maybe that's why I get those 1-800 callers asking me if my car warranty expired. I felt so unsafe and vulnerable, and I started to think about ways to secure my information. That's why I'm excited to tell you about today's video sponsor, Aura. Casper, what's Aura? Aura is an identity protection service. They'll scour the internet for all of your information that is made public and delete it for you. I get emails from Aura saying, hey, somebody was looking for your name, Or somebody was looking for your social security number. Would you like us to delete it? Absolutely, I would. You can try Aura free for 2 weeks using my link on the screen. Aura also does so much more to protect you and your family from online threats that you cannot see. It's super easy to set up, so you don't have to download several different apps to get things like parental controls, antivirus, VPN, password management, identity theft insurance, and many more. You get everything at one affordable price. One feature that I really love about Aura is their parental controls and safe gaming. I have younger relatives who always ask me to play a game on my phone or computer. It's simple. I'll just block certain sites that I don't want them to visit, and Aura handles the rest. Aura is also powered by AI, so it has text and voice monitoring to keep your child away from online cyberbullying, online predators, and scams 24/7. You literally have nothing to lose. All you got to do is click the link in my description below, which is aura.com/Casper West. They are going to hook you up with a 2-week free trial. Give it a shot, see if it works. Go find your personal information, check your credit report. Go and protect your family. Get this information wiped off the internet. Again, the link is in the description. Now let's get back to the video. The gag order. Now there's 2 different things happening here. The court implemented a gag order, meaning to ban any attorneys representing survivors, witnesses, or the victim's family from talking or writing about the case. The media is also fighting to uplift the gag order. The conflict surrounding the gag order comes after the FBI pushed back on a report that its surveillance team lost Mr. Kohberger while he was under surveillance. However, the FBI denied such allegations. Kohberger's attorney argued that the gag order is necessary to ensure he receives a fair trial. However, the Goncalves family attorney is challenging the gag order. The family has created a Facebook page to collect tips and to keep their daughter's story in the news. The page has 38,000 followers and is managed by a private investigator. Why would they need a private investigator? Remember, they allegedly hired a lawyer to demand answers from the Idaho police. Now, the page previously stated that the Goncalves family and their investigator are not trying to outdo law enforcement, but are hoping to provide an alternative place for anyone with information to come forward that may be afraid to contact the police directly. Could it be that they may have figured something out? Are there more arrests coming soon? It doesn't seem like the judge is in favor to amend the gag order based on this response.
A public citizen having special responsibility for the quality of justice. We all have that responsibility. And sometimes we push in a hard way for our clients, and that's appropriate. But you have larger responsibilities at the same time.
Why damage his image rather than giving him a fair trial? Why is the media trying to convict the man before evidence is even being heard? There's a lot of false information that I debunked in my recent videos on Kohberger. It makes you think, if he did it, why would they try so hard to convince us that he did?
There's irreparable harm going both ways. Rights are being violated. The 6th Amendment right to the Constitution that the defendant has in this case. Irreparable harm could be caused by the media, and I think he may have even said is potentially being caused at this point. And he's thinking about, I believe, Dateline NBC, documentaries, news shows that are going on and taking speculation, calling it fact, condemning Bryan Kohberger, convicting him in the court of public opinion when he hasn't had his day in court yet. And regardless of what you think about his guilt or innocence, we have to understand how the process works and how we go through it, because the judge is going to look at that. He's going to look at this show, JB. He's going to look at mainstream media and say, how are they talking about this? If they're discussing it as they can't wait to hang this guy on the cross, he's not going to like that, and the gag order is going to be restricted.
Now, they came to the conclusion to address the gag order and surveillance camera on June 9th, and June 27th will be the evidentiary hearing. There's a slim chance that the trial will actually start on October 5th.
Chances that this actually begins in early October.
5%.
Wow, that low.
But I'm looking forward to this case because it's going to get insane, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. What will the outcome of all of this be? Thanks for watching. Till next time, peace.